make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Okay, so we're out and about on the streets of Clonakilty today. What the intention of this film clip is to do a little bit of research. We're going to look into some food, some nutrition stuff. We're going to go and visit two experts, highly regarded people in the nature of what they do. So we're going to walk down the street, we're going to go and meet the local butcher, then we're going to go to one of the best chefs there is, and he's going to show us what to do, all in terms of healthy nutrition and eating. So follow me and let's go for it. So we're on the main street in Clonakilty. We're here in Scully's Butchers. I feel like a kid in a sweet shop when I come into this place because they have everything that, you know, if you're a lifter, you need a big diet, you need to love to eat, and these boys are the specialists. So this is where I buy my steak. So thanks for looking after me.
No problem.
I have a very simple question, and that is, what makes a decent steak? We're going to get somebody else to cook it later on, but I'll let the guys explain what makes a real decent steak.
Well, to start off with, basically, you need to know who's rearing the animal.
Yep.
And how they treat the animals. We get all our beef locally. Fahy's pub up the road, Declan Fahy.
Yep.
You know the fellow owns that?
Dick, yeah.
That's all his beef.
Right.
So that's only reared up the road, you know. And we know the supplier, we know where the animals are reared, and we get them killed out in Domanway, and we bring them down. So it's all local, you know.
Yep.
So that's the most important part, really. Knowing where your beef coming from and knowing how it's reared and where it's reared, and make sure it's killed properly and you hang it for long enough. So usually we'd hang our beef for about 3 to 4 weeks, even longer if we can.
So when you say hang time, what does that really mean?
Basically, if you don't hang the meat, it's tough, and you need to let it hang and let the muscles relax. Because when you kill an animal, the muscles tense up. So if you don't hang the meat, it'll be tough, you know.
Yep.
So a minimum 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks hang time before you even go near or cut it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Otherwise, the beef won't be as tender as it should be. You know.
So you've cut me a piece of sirloin there. Why is that a real quality piece of beef?
Well, sirloin is probably one of the best protein-wise because you got the content and you got the value as well, you know. Whereas the other steaks, you wouldn't have as much protein as you have in sirloin.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
And it's the best for lifting, really, like, you know.
So what's the difference between the kind of beef that you're going to sell me and the kind of beef that I could buy down the road in the supermarket?
Well, the supermarket beef, it's killed and it's packed in a matter of days, you know. They don't leave it hang, they don't leave it wait, and it could be from anywhere in the country. It could be from any corner of the country, and you don't know where the meat's coming from, you don't know who's reared it, and it's not hung properly, and it's put in a plastic bag, opened, and it just doesn't last. It doesn't, you know, it's not the same quality at all, you know.
Now, we're not saying supermarket beef is bad, but what we are saying is this is better.
Yeah, it's all about how you take care of the meat, you know, and look after it. Whereas if you come in crates and plastic bags, you don't know what you're getting, and you don't know, you know, like, you have to know what you're getting and how to deal with it, you know.
So roughly how much does that weigh? What's that going to give me?
That weighs...
Can't wait to eat this.
grams.
So we have a 400 gram piece of steak. We're going to pay for that now. We're going to take it down the road and we're going to see one of the best chefs in the country, and he's going to show me how to cook that to perfection. Okay, we're live in Richy's restaurant with the maestro himself.
Absolutely.
Thanks for taking your time. The kitchen's a little bit chaotic, so we're going to be really quick. What do I do with this?
Alright, okay,
Very
so
simple
you've gone to
question.
see Dave, okay? Dave has given you the most amazing looking beef, okay? And it's really nicely aged, okay? This is one thing. When you choose beef, make sure it's not bright pink, okay? If it's bright pink, it's not hung for long enough. So the darker the meat, the better quality it is. Lesson one. Okay, we'll go over and cook it, okay? So you coming over?
Let's go.
So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pan that's a non-stick pan that's smoking, okay? I'm going to season the beef, and I'm using some sea salt. Okay, and what I've done with Dave's beef, I've just cut it in half, and these are lovely sirloins, and straight from the farm that he knows, so it's all traceable. You follow this, Rog?
Yeah.
Okay, and then, see the pan is really hot and smoky? I'll just take some olive oil. And I'm using a tiny amount, okay? So, notice I don't have oil in my pan, alright? But the pan is really nice and hot. See, can you listen to the sizzling? The sizzling is where it's at, alright? So, I'm using, this is sirloin, so I'm using to cook the fat side down first, because it's got a bit of fat on one side, the other one's perfect, okay? I'll just drop the plate out of the way. And over here I'm just going to do some really simple baby roast potatoes. So olive oil, nice hot pan, sea salt. As you notice, I'm not turning it either, just letting it be. And you're looking for this smoke line all the way around. And if the smoke line is nice and hot, it means you're transferring enough heat through to the steak, and you're getting the natural sugar you often don't get at home, is enough heat into the pan. So make sure your pan is smoking, okay? If you listen to the noise, it's like sizzling. So sizzling is what you want, okay? Take the tongs, and I'd say you like your steak nice and rare, do you, Roger?
Medium, to be honest. I'm probably guilty of absolutely cremating it and killing all the nutrition.
See the colour?
Yep.
Now, as I turn it, see that lovely, lovely colour? And what I'm doing here, season it. Okay, and then I'm just going to take some cold butter. And at this point, I'm just going to put the butter in, and the butter will start to foam. And what we're doing, we're just basting the steak. How does that look?
Oh, you're killing me, that's fabulous.
So, and I like, you know, a little bit of flavour, back flavour, so I'm just using a little sprig of rosemary. If you haven't got it, that's fine, but it just scents it a little bit more. And notice I keep seasoning, okay? It's really important to season, but you're looking for this lovely caramelisation. Okay? And I'm not taking the heat off the pan. I've got some baby roast ready, and that is about it. So now that is about medium rare at the moment, and the reason I know, I can feel it, but that's just from kind of experience. So we were talking about a minute either side, and that's about a nice medium rare.
I was just going to say that's less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, so that's how fast you can cook really good food. Okay, so it's faster than producing, you know, a burger, for example, right? So what we'll do, we'll let this rest in the pan. See how the caramelisation is working? That's what you're looking for, Roger.
Right.
Alright. All the caramels are coming out, all the natural sugars of the meat are coming out, and the same technique applies for everything.
Even for fish?
Fish, nice hot pan, nice and smoking. Use a non-stick pan for fish because then it's easier, it doesn't stick. And what we're doing here now is we will turn the pan off. We'll just let it relax. Okay? The next step is we're going to serve it.
I can't believe how fast that was, really, to be fair.
That is it. Now what I like to do, is I've got some baby roast potatoes here, I might just pop them in the pan to get some flavour from the meat. Okay? We'll serve it up and then you'll have a look at it.
We'll have a taste.
Right. So Rog, here we go.
Thank you, Chef.
Alright, so nice and easy. Look at that, look at that. See how simple that is?
That is a serious piece of steak. I can't thank you enough, it's been extremely informative. So there you have it, done in 2 minutes. Amazing. I would have probably incinerated that for 4 times too long. I'm actually going to taste it now, so here we go. An amazing piece of steak. Think of the protein value. Incredible, boss, incredible. So, thanks to everybody concerned, thanks to the guys in Scully's, thanks to Richy's. I'm going to enjoy my dinner and we'll see you soon on F1 Fitness Centre.